Hello, astrology explorers, and welcome back to another weekly horoscope here on Bella Star Astrology. I'm your host, Stella, and thank you so much for those of you who are returning subscribers. I really appreciate all of those who have joined our community, as well as those who have joined for the first time. Thank you so much for watching, and if you would love to hear weekly astrology recordings of a horoscope, please feel free to subscribe so that you can learn all about how the energy of the week can affect our planet. So, welcome to the week of November 15th to the 21st of 2021. This is such an exciting week. We've got the sun moving into a new sign. We've got a lunar eclipse which will be super intense. And starting our north node in Taurus. So we are going to be kicking off the Taurus Scorpio eclipses, which will be running through the next year. But as we commence this week's horoscopes, I just want to remind everyone to stay calm. This week will be intense, but you will get through it. So let's begin with November 15th, when the sun in Scorpio will be square Jupiter in Aquarius. And this is going to bring up a lot of insecurities and a lot of ideas around whether or not our insecurities will overpower our commitments. Will we let, for me, for example, all of the wonderful things that I want to edit that I don't have time to do stop me from recording this video, which I am finding is the reason why it's harder to do certain things. And I'm being honest because, astrology affects me too. Just because I can see the stars doesn't mean that astrology is sort of an exception. Reading the horoscope and letting it apply to your life is universal. So let's look into this 15th as a day for us to overcome some of the fears we have around our astrological histories, let's call it, right? Around the things that we are most afraid of challenging. And most importantly, going in, and since the sun is in Scorpio in its last week of Scorpio, and tying up the loose ends around the insecurities that we might have around our goals and things like that. So, November 16th, the sun will be in Scorpio and it will sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So, another sun Scorpio activation. This time, we are really going to get things done because Pluto is going to help us uncover the internal obstacles we have to the things that we want. So, our achievements are absolutely possible. If we have something that we want to accomplish, this is the day to really tackle it because you will be able to take that power from the Pluto in Capricorn, which is all about getting things done, and the sun in Scorpio, which is really, purpose-driven achievement, more focused than that energy of Mars or rather the sun in Aries, right? It's going to be way more focused and strategic. So take advantage of this time to really put things on paper, from pen and paper to action. Then we have November 16th, in which Vesta will enter Sagittarius. And this is such a fun time. And let the adventures begin. All of our spiritual power, all of the knowledge that we're trying to seek is going to be elevated during this time. Exploring however many subjects you want and really being committed to that exploration. And most importantly, letting your adventurous side come out. We are going to have, this is the first activation of the week in Sagittarius, and we're going to close the week with Sun in Sagittarius, but we're getting there. So November 17th, Mars will be in Scorpio opposing Uranus and Taurus. And this is where I'm talking about the tense aspects. We had the beginning of the week where we're trying to overcome our fears around our goals. And then in the middle of the week, now the 17th, we are going to go through the unsolved matters. We're going to go through the conflicts we have to ourselves, to others, and it might bring unexpected results and maybe a little bit of tension when you are facing yourself, when you're facing your fears. And then, of course, the most important thing on this day is just to be careful when using sharp objects. Again, this is Mars being activated in Scorpio. Mars is in its own sign. Be careful with accidents. Be careful with driving. Be careful with using sharp objects, like I said, machinery. Like, be extra careful and do things intentionally. That's all really Scorpio energy is about, making sure that you are focused and intentional with the actions you take. Then on November 18th, we have the first activation of Mercury. All of the later part of the week will be fully Mercury activated. And this will be Mercury in Scorpio trine Neptune in Pisces. This aspect is going to be really great if you're trying to uncover people's secrets, their secret motivations, the things that they have in their mind rather than the things that they are really presenting in their reality. You'll find out how people really feel about you, really feel about a situation, and then get the secret out of anyone that you'd like. We also have two more Mercury activations on November 20th. Mercury in Scorpio will be square Jupiter in Aquarius. On November 21st, Mercury will be sextile Pluto in Capricorn. So again, those same activations, Jupiter in Aquarius, Pluto in Capricorn from earlier in this week, are revisited. And it's all about the mind and exploring who is really out to help you when it comes to the square to Aquarius. And then, of course, when it comes to the sextile and Capricorn, overcoming those types of energies internally to be able to communicate effectively what you would like. And most importantly, letting others communicate effectively what they would desire. Then we have November 19th, the full moon lunar eclipse. This is the highlight of the week. This is why it's so intense. This is why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. This eclipse will be felt very, very intensely. Watch out for the financial and romantic matters that are going to come to a head according to our astrology forecast this week. Look for ways to ensure that you are being supportive romantically to others, supporting your finances, and being very clear about what you can and cannot do financially. And of course, this lunar eclipse is going to be felt possibly for the next 6 months or more, depending on the length of the eclipse. Hopefully, I will have a video out later on this week where I can explain even more about this eclipse and its energy. Then we have the final movement of our week, November 21st. Sun enters Sagittarius. And after that intense eclipse in Taurus, opposing Scorpio, which we are finally finished our Scorpio season, we get the lighthearted and fun, adventurous Sagittarius energy coming in. It's going to support us leaving behind the wet, cold Scorpio energy, intense, secretive, and just like, so heavy. So heavy, that Scorpio energy. Now we're going to be in Sagittarius. We're going to lighten the mood. We're going to focus on our fun. We're going to focus on being grounded in terms of what we would like to accomplish and the adventures we'd like to see come through. And definitely not grounded because this is a fire sign. So maybe a little bit more just energized to do the things that we want to do. And less focused on the secretive or, other option. What's the other way? The secretive ways of our lives, more so the fun ways that we can finally accomplish our goals, right? So guys, thank you so much for hearing this horoscope. Thank you for supporting this channel if you are already subscribed. And thank you so much for tuning in if this is your first time. Please, I would love it if you subscribed. I would really appreciate it. And it shows me that you love this channel and that you're so interested in the weekly reading that I do here. If you haven't already checked out my Instagram page, please head over to @BellaStarAstrology so that you can get a update on the daily transits that are happening, as well as some fun videos that I make on there. You can also get your own personal reading where you can learn all about your astrology. We can read your natal chart. We can sit down and analyze how your relationships are going. And of course, we can give coaching when it comes to how to approach certain difficult transits, like maybe a Saturn return that you might be going through. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to Bella Star Astrology. This has been your weekly horoscope for the week of November 15th through the 21st. And I appreciate you guys so much for supporting this channel. Hope you have a wonderful day.